If me and Jake Paul fight, I will destroy him because I am a professional and he knows I'll destroy him, and that's fine.
Like bees to honey, controversy seems to swarm the Paul brothers. Now this controversy comes in the form of Andrew Tate, who has called Jake Paul out. Initially there was no answer from Jake, but now he has finally replied, and you won't believe what he said. Andrew Tate previously made a video calling out Jake Paul to fight, in which he will bet $3 million against him. Now, this video was not just a simple call out. Tate tried to hit Jake's nerves so he would fight him, throwing many insults at Jake, saying how his career was a scam and he would never win if he fought a real battle. In the aftermath of this call out, there was no reply from Jake, but finally he has come forward and given a reply that has shocked a lot of people, and even gotten a laugh from many. The call out was a very serious one. Tate went all in, saying how Jake's whole boxing career was a sham, and the only way he made money was by impressing 4-year-old kids on YouTube. Anger from Tate comes from the fact that it is hard to make money from boxing. It requires you to literally break your bones in order for you to earn money in it. But Jake Paul gained popularity so fast that he didn't really deserve it. In the call out, Tate admits that he has never done boxing. He was a kickboxer who has been retired for 5 years. A retired old man who has been smoking cigars, as he puts it. But instead of all this, Tate is more than confident that he would still win against Jake, who has never fought someone of the likes of him.
Jake Paul, it's clear to me you are desperate for a reality check. You know what? If I made my money impressing 4-year-olds on YouTube and managed to somehow become a multimillionaire from it, I'd probably live in a dream world too. I don't have 50 million to bet with you, but I do have 3 million to bet with you. So this is your offer. $3 million. You put 3, I put 3, winner takes all. I'm 5 years out the ring. I'm a kickboxer. You're 2-0 in boxing. I'm 0-0 in boxing. I've never even fought boxing. I'm a retired old man. 5 years I've been sitting around smoking cigars and fucking which are better looking than the you're advertising anyway. I will fight you any day of the week. If you want to fight and you want to send a contract, send one to me. I will take a few weeks break from living my retired life to kick the living out of a goofy, entitled dick like you. You know my name, Andrew Tate. Google it if you want to know more. Any day, anytime, let's go.
But this isn't the first time that Tate has talked about Jake. He has talked about him a lot of times, saying that while people think that Jake is a stupid YouTuber who is in boxing and has no skills, they were very wrong. This is all part of Jake's marketing strategy to show the world that he is just a YouTuber. So when he wins a fight, there's a huge reaction. Tate has even admitted to respecting Jake, saying he is smart and clever with the way he has his fights. Not only Jake is a guy with unlimited resources and money, but he's also very passionate about boxing. This makes a very deadly combo. He has no kids, has nothing to lose, so when he goes into a fight, he gives it his all. He has been training for a long time with the likes of trainers such as Ryan Garcia. If Tate were to get in the ring with Jake, he would take it very seriously because Jake is not to be taken lightly and is a tough opponent.
I called him out. I did a call-out video on my YouTube, and I wanted to fight him. But truthfully, I respect the guy. If I were to fight Jake Paul, I would take it completely seriously like a real fight, and I'd whoop his ass. I'd beat him, Jake. But because what he's done is he's done a very clever marketing spin. I'm just a YouTuber. No, you're not. You're a young man with unlimited money who's dedicated his life to learning how to fight. The dude can fight. Yeah. He's sparking people. Everyone thinks he's just some YouTuber. No, he isn't.
The undefeated problem child has always been a confident fighter and has never backed down from a fight. Many people thought he might get himself in a one-on-one versus Tate, since Tate is not a seasoned boxer but rather a kickboxer. And after the reply from Jake Paul on the call-out, the chances of that are looking slim. In a recent video, when asked by a reporter if Jake Paul was ever going to consider Andrew Tate as an opponent, Jake seemed to appear like he had no idea about the whole call-out thing. His response was rather hilarious, saying, "I don't know who he is." Now, Jake being Jake may have said this in a sarcastic way in order to hit the ego of Tate. But the way he says it, his expressions actually look like he has no clue who Tate is. This is rather a long shot because Tate is a pretty famous social media guy. A lot of controversy has surrounded this answer. People are claiming Jake is just trying to ignore the call out so he doesn't have to fight Tate since he's a threat. The other thing to notice in the video is the agent. When the question was asked, he repeatedly starts saying, "Next question, next question," as if he knows about the call out and does not want Jake to answer.
Did you ever consider Andrew Tate as an opponent?
Next question. Beat you up. Next question.
What's Andrew Tate?
Next question. Let's focus.
But Paul has previously said in the past that he's willing to fight anyone who asks him to. He wants to leave a legacy of himself that he fought anyone, anytime, and anywhere. He is never going to back down from a fight, so this may as well be a sarcastic answer from Jake. So whatever the reason for Jake to have said this, we'll let you be the judge of that.
When I leave this sport, I want there to be a remembrance of me being willing to fight anyone, anytime, any place, and truly living up to that. I don't care who it is. Let's find someone, and I'm gonna knock them out, put on the show, sell out Madison Square Garden, and make it happen. I'm sick and tired of these boxers being scared of everyone, ducking everyone, and not making fights happen.
This sort of an answer from Jake has clearly affected Tate himself. So if Jake was trying to hurt Tate's ego, he did a pretty good job at it. Amid all of this, Tate has claimed he is more famous than Jake Paul just days after the YouTube star claimed to not know who he is. Whilst boasting about receiving more Google searches than Paul, Tate labeled himself the top man in the world, amid his recent spotlight in the media.
I am currently the most famous man on the planet because I have broken the matrix because I am Morpheus.
This is search terms against Jake Paul, Tate said whilst comparing a graph of him and his American rival. I'm more famous than him. I'm the blue line and he's the red line. This is Google searches. I'm the top G. I'm the top man in the world. Now, Tate also has a lot of money. He is very famous on TikTok, but the majority of his fortune is due to many successful businesses, such as owning casinos in Romania. His net worth is over $100 million, so he can also afford the training and the resources required to get in shape for the boxing fight. He may not be seasoned at boxing, but he was an amazing kickboxer. So fighting is still in his blood, and sometimes that is all that is needed to be a great boxer. He has also said that he understands Jake Paul and the way he thinks. He does not hold it against him for selecting his opponents cleverly and making money off these fights, but he still would beat the shit out of him. He is not some washed up UFC fighter or someone smaller than Jake that he is used to in most of his fights. He is way above his league, and he would win 100%.
When I made the video, I really disliked Jake Paul. Now, I don't dislike him, I understand him. I want to make something clear. I would still kick the living out of Jake Paul. I'm not some washed up UFC fighter. I'm not smaller than him. I would beat the living out of him. And if he wants to fight, I'll fight him any day of the week and I'll wreck him, and he knows that.
Tate has repeatedly been bashing Jake in interviews and podcasts over time as well. He also calls Jake the biggest clown on the internet and says he is very upset by the fact that most fighters spend so much hard work and sweat, but don't make a lot of money from it. Boxing is a tough career, and most of the time it's not even fruitful. Even the names that we hear in the UFC world, some of them are broke. It is not fair that Jake gets to have so much money without having any serious fights, or putting the same amount of hard work throughout the years like every other fighter in the world. Tate believes that if Jake were to start from scratch like everyone else and make his way up, he would never have survived and would be washed up. Tate also recently posted a video of himself practicing boxing on his Instagram page, saying that, "The threads of fate are ever interchanging. If it is your wish to perish, the time will come when your wish is granted." Is this quote possibly aimed to challenge Jake himself? It may be that Tate is certain Jake is going to accept it, so he is practicing ahead of it. If we see this fight go down, who do you think will come out on top? The undefeated Jake Paul or the 4-time kickboxing world champion Andrew Tate? Let us know in the comment section below, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out.